The big three starters are lined up for the series. Gio gets the call in game one.
Washington Nationals baseball. Washington Nationals baseball.
Yeah, that gold guy is Paul Goldschmidt of the Diamondbacks. Fans are coming in. It is a sizzler. Summer is here. Adam LaRoche drove in 100 runs for the D-backs a couple of years ago. Chad Tracy, a longtime Arizona player who meant great things to them starting and off the bench. So the Nats are 20-15 at home. Bob and FP, welcome to summer in Washington, D.C. Now, Ryan Zimmerman not in the lineup. Davey says he'll be back tomorrow, but some other injury issues to deal with, and it is good to see Jason Worth back in there tonight.
Yeah, he's got that groin thing going on, but Davey Johnson said he's played with it before. He knows how to handle it, but the good news is right in the middle. Bryce Harper in Potomac tonight, getting his first rehab start. He's going to go 3 innings tonight, see how that knee feels, but Dan Herron on the DL today. Wilson Ramos, we know about his hamstring, but Ryan Zimmerman with just tonight off.
All right, so Gio Gonzalez takes the mound tonight. Lack of run support lately. He's pitching great. He's had 9 no decisions now this year.
Get Gio some runs. I mean, you get him a couple of runs, he's going to win a baseball game. Last time out, he gave up a first-inning home run to Michael Young, then basically threw a 7-inning no-hitter with 11 strikeouts. You look at since May 1st, a 178 average against hits tough to come by, runs tough to come by, but runs also tough to come by for Gio in his offense when he's pitching. Like I always say, you got to bat. Do something about it, Gio.
Yeah, and after that routine fly ball left the park in Philadelphia, he was amazing. 21 of 22 at one point. As FP mentioned, 11 strikeouts, matching his career high. PNC Bank, for the achiever in you, and by Outback Steakhouse. It's always fresh in the Outback. And by 5-Hour Energy Shots. It kind of feels like a night when you want to take a dip in the Anacostia or the Potomac. It is sizzling in the ballpark tonight. Fans are going to keep cool and watch the D-backs from the desert take on the Nats from D.C. Celebrating its 100th anniversary by offering irresistible financing. It's Train. Hard to stop a train, really hard. So the humidity down from what it was over the weekend. Showers in the area yesterday, 91 degrees at game time tonight. Nats taking on the first place D-backs who lead the Rockies and Padres by 3 in the West. Gerardo Parra has hit safely 16 of his last 17 games. Now against right-handers, he will bat leadoff, but tonight he's down the number 7 spot against Gio. The D-backs are 4th in the league in batting average and in runs. They're 11th in home runs, and they don't run a whole lot. Gio, one career start against him, July 3rd of 11 at Oakland, and he beat them with 7 innings of 5-hit, 1-run baseball, so they only see him for the second time ever.
And we talked about it in the open last time against the Phillies. Gave up 2 first-inning runs, Michael Young home run, and after that was spectacular. Ended with a career-high tying 11 strikeouts, and closed with 7 no-hit innings, walked 2 through 108 pitches, 65 of those for strikes. So 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball, mid-90s, curve and a change to go with it for the Diamondbacks tonight. Set the defense for the Nationals behind Gio, Bernardina, Span, and Worth in the outfield, although we'd like to see 2 Bernardinas out there. Desmond Tracy on the left side, Rendon LaRoche on the right side, and Kurt Suzuki doing the catching.
Well, Jason Worth taken out of the game, actually took himself out with what appeared to be a strain of that left groin on Sunday. Talked about it a little bit, said it might have had something to do with not having enough fluids on a warm afternoon. So great to see him back in there. And Davey Johnson did say just a little while ago that he expects Ryan Zimmerman to be back in the lineup tomorrow night. Behind the plate tonight is Mike Estabrook. Crew chief, 15-year veteran Greg Gibson at first. 15th year for Hunter Wendelstedt at second, and 3rd year for Alan Porter at third. Willie Bloomquist, 2 for his last 23, hitting .299, only playing in his 20th game of the year. Diamondbacks have had some injury issues. He had .302 for Arizona in 80 ball games last year, and Gio throws it right in there at .707. We are underway with Game 5 of this so far 2-2 homestand. Counts even, 1-1. So Gio 3-3 with a .334 ERA. The league's only hitting a paltry .193 against him. That's the second best number in the league in that department. Matt Harvey at .188. Bloomquist, Aaron Hill, who's just back off the DL. And you can't help but think about that guy in the number 3 spot tonight, Paul Goldschmidt. Gio had a bit of a stumble, it appeared, landing on that breaking ball, and the count's 2-2.
Kind of waving off the trainers right there. Shaking his legs out. Bending over. Looked like he tweaked something in his back.
2-2 pitch, and it's out of play to the right side.
You see him loosening his back right there after that pitch.
And you're sitting up here saying to yourself, please, no, not another injury.
Here's the one where he caught a cleat a couple of pitches ago. Let's check it out. I don't think he caught anything, just didn't feel something. Or I should say felt something.
And a ball drilled to right center. Worth unable to get there. It'll be picked up by Span. Jason Worth was playing the right-handed batter pretty shallow in right field, and Willie Bloomquist blew it over his glove into the gap. Leadoff double to start the series.
I'm getting tested right away. Warm night, you know this ballpark's going to play slow. You feel like on nights like this the ball carries especially to right center. Jason Worth testing that groin right out of the gate. Ball in the gap, can't get to it. And a leadoff double for the D-backs.
That'll bring in the second baseman, Aaron Hill. Just back off the DL today, April 9th, he broke his left hand when the Pirates' James McDonald hit him with a pitch. 31-year-old veteran who hit .302 for the D-backs last year. Reliable defender, good veteran to have on your ball club. So he's only played 10 games all year and hit .306. Looked like a straight change way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Boy, you hear about guys tweaking this, guys tweaking that all around the league in baseball. I wonder if people watching that NHL final last night, guys taking slap shots off their face, stitching it up, getting back in the game. Andrew Shaw putting some stitches in there. They must look at all this stuff and say, okay, well.
Ian Desmond will call off Chad Tracy and take the foul ball.
I mean, those guys are some kind of tough. Did you see that last night? Fantastic game.
Amazing flurry there of goals by the Blackhawks at the end, huh?
Guys getting taken to the hospital, coming back playing. I mean, those guys are so tough. It boggles the mind sometimes.
4 homers in his last 6 games, 19 on the year for Paul Goldschmidt. So his 19 home runs, 2 behind Carlos Gonzalez of Colorado. And he leads the National League in RBIs with 65. He's 3rd in the major leagues. Goes up hacking, first base open. We'll see how Gio operates against it, but you don't want to be pitching around guys in the first inning of a game. Inside the numbers with Jeep on Paul Goldschmidt. Look at that, almost 30% of the D-backs homers and over 1/5 of their RBIs.
Man, not a cheapie in the bunch, really. You guys got some of the best pop in the big leagues. Couple last homestand, rode halfway up that batting eye in Arizona, straightaway center field. Anybody that's been there, that's a poke. Kurt Gibson, manager of the D-backs. 4th season, look at that record, 250 and 232.
1-1 the count. Breaking ball, it's behind the runner. So over to 3rd goes Bloomquist as Desmond throws out Paul Goldschmidt. It'll be up to Miguel Montero with 2 down. Lefty-lefty matchup coming up. Late arriving crowd on a Tuesday night after a day off. Montero hit a .198 in May. He's hitting over .270 in June. He's been one of the better offensive catchers in baseball over the last 5 years or so. .286 last year with 88 RBIs. He's never faced Gio. And that's a really good breaking ball from one side of the plate to the other. That one went flying right by Cody Ross in the on-deck circle, and the count's 0-2.
Time for your Lowe's scouting report. 2.268 ERA in his last 9 starts for Gio Gonzalez. Check it out. He's allowed 2 earned runs or less in 11 of his last 15. And the .202 opponent's average against with the Nationals. Been stingy on the knocks.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, even lower than that just this year, 193. He'll try to paint, missing away with the fastball. Last year, the Nats beat the Diamondbacks 4 out of 6. As the Nationals, they are 28 and 24 against Arizona and 9 and 7 in this ballpark. Diamondbacks are in one of those stretches like the Nats were, where they're playing a lot of games on the road right now. They go from here to Atlanta and then to New York before they go home again. Kirk Gibson's ball club, though, in first place. And a great curveball by Gio Gonzalez. First strikeout. Strands the man who doubled to lead off the game. Then a couple of losses to the Colorado Rockies. Denard Span back in that leadoff spot. Anthony Rendon, .369 this month. Top 6 in all of baseball. You know the other guys. Starting lineup brought to you by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. So Span 3 for 8 with a walk against Trevor Cahill. And then Rendon, who's never faced him, and Worth, who has 3 hits against him. This will be his 3rd career start against the Nats, 1-1 with a 3.38.
Yeah, 16th start of the year for Cahill. Last time out was a short one. He was removed from the game in the 2nd inning. Yeah, a right hip contusion after being hit by a line drive in the top of the 1st. Didn't figure in the Diamondbacks' 3-1 win. 0-4 with a 6.75 in his last 6 starts.
Yeah, it's interesting. The 3 starts before that, 5 innings, 3 2/3. 5 2/3. He's gone at least 6 innings 7 times this year, but it's been back in May the last time. So here's Span. He looks the first one in for a strike. Denard has hit safely 13 of his last 14 games in this ballpark, hitting .326 at home this year. Counts even 1-1.
Cahill feature fastball, slider, curveball chain, 2-seam fastball, power sinker. Very heavy at times. He gets into trouble with command. He'll just lose feel for it sometimes in the middle of a baseball game. And when he's up, that's when the damage is done.
And Denard will take that on the outside corner, 1-2. Span against Cahill, 3 for 8 career with a walk. Except they want to pitch him away. Big gap in right center. A lot of room down the right field line. Went off speed and struck him out.
That's set the defense for the Diamondbacks behind Trevor Cahill tonight. Ross, Pollock, Parra in the outfield. Bloomquist, Prado on the left side. Hill, Goldschmidt on the right side. Miguel Montero behind the dish.
That'll bring in Anthony Rendon. First 24 big league games. 30 hits and 90 at bats. And on base 20 of his last 21. And now with Bryce Harper injured, but starting that rehab at Potomac tonight. Every time we face a new ball club and see a new set of broadcasters up here, first guy they're asking about now is Anthony Rendon.
And we tell him he can't hurt you, just throw the ball right down the middle. Make sure you relay that to your staff.
And play him to pull every time.
Yep, pull hitter.
Because he doesn't use the ballpark.
Throw right down the middle.
That ball is a hot shot to Willie Bloomquist at short. And with the strikeout, the ground ball, 2 quick outs for Trevor Cahill, who will face Jason Worth in the number 3 spot tonight.
On Sunday, Jason Worth running down to first base, kind of stretched out for the hit, and then he got to first base, was feeling something. 7-0 at that point. Groin no bueno. Looked at the bench, said, "I'm good for today." Day off yesterday, rebounded nicely. Davey Johnson said he's played with something like that before. He kind of knows how to deal with it, so we'll keep an eye on Jason tonight.
Jason Worth digging in right on the back line of the batter's box. Since coming off the DL, he's at .274. Overall on the year at .265. He's always hit the Diamondbacks well, and he's 3 for 5 against Trevor Cahill.
And when you face a guy with a turbo sinker like he has, you just want to elevate him. You're not really sitting on a pitch. You're sitting in zones. You want the ball up. If anything starts on the inner half in your right hand, you know it's going to have a little run to it. So you're just trying to look for something above the belt that's going to sink right down to your belt, and that's the one you do damage to.
And FP, I know that over the years we've talked about this. When you face a guy with a good sinker ball, you have to tell yourself, if it starts out as a strike, let it go. But don't you need to see several pitches from him before you can kind of lock yourself into that?
Yeah, you get a feel for how it's moving on a given night. Even if you faced a guy a week ago, you know, different night, different stuff kind of thing. But you just want to elevate.
That was on the corner, 3-2. Another former D-back, Adam LaRoche. 3-2 pitch. And Worth will take the walk. And he looks real good going down the first baseline. We like having him aboard with 2 outs. Julie, you had a chat with Jason Worth. How's he feeling?
I did. I actually got to see him during BP. He was smacking the ball out of here, looked great. As he was walking back into the dugout, I asked him if he had taken any precautions today to battle the heat, to get rehydrated, because the last 2 times, first being with his hamstring, second time being Sunday coming out with that groin pull. I asked him if, well, he had said that it was due to dehydration, that could have been a contributing factor. And so I asked him if he took any precautions in order to rehydrate. He said he had an IV yesterday, but that today he felt really great, so he didn't do anything as far as the saline solution, but he's just been drinking a lot of water.
All right. Fly ball to left. Cody Ross stranding Jason Worth. Each ball club gets a base runner. No score after 1. Ballpark tonight. The second inning, and it's scoreless, is presented by Luna. Call tonight for the Luna Double. Get your second room of flooring free. 877-241-LUNA. Cody Ross, Martin Prado, Gerardo Parra. And we know all about these first 2 guys, having seen them in our league for a while. Cody Ross, postseason hero for the Giants a couple of years ago when he hit .286 in the division series, .350 in the LCS, and then a homer, 2 RBIs in the World Series for the 2010 Giants after Miami let him go.
He's had problems with his eyes this year. He's been bothered by blurred vision. So it was something in his contact lens where when he blinked, it kind of put a film over his lens, basically hitting blind for a while. He said the only way he could get that film off his contact was to kind of rub his eyes, like washing your windows. He said he'd work for 1 pitch, then he'd have to do it again, so they figured it out. Now he's got special contact lenses and eye drops that have solved the problem. Can you imagine, though, trying to hit when you can't see because of your contact lenses?
High chopper Desmond's going to have to be quick, and he is. In fact, he got him by about 2 or 3 steps. Ian Desmond knew the drill on that high bouncing ball. You mentioned this the other day. You got to get that thing on the fly when it comes down after that first hop.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you got to get rid of it like you're turning a double play once you do get the bottom of that big hop. Not a lot of time. You see just like Desmond turned a 4-6-3 double play. Good exchange, getting rid of it quick. Big arm right in the money. You see the flinch by LaRoche at the end. That ball might have got into a white T-shirt out there in left field. Anytime you see a fielder kind of flinch like that at the end, he lost sight of it somewhere. I don't know if it was the sun or a white shirt and left.
One of the men the Nationals missed the least from the Atlanta Braves after he left the division is Martin Prado. 301 last year, 307 back in 2010 while with Atlanta, battled for a batting championship that year, hitting just 238. And evidently when Prado came over in that trade with the Braves, it involved Randall Delgado, Justin Upton, and Chris Johnson. He just tried a little bit too hard off the get-go. Maybe went the other way a little bit too much. They just want him to be himself, pull the ball when he can, and use the field. They even batted him leadoff for a couple of at bats just to get him up to the top of the lineup and not worry about who's on base or what the situation is. Gio goes 3-0 against him. Gio is one of the few pitchers who's had success against this guy, retiring him 8 of 9 times. There's a hot hitter on deck. 3-1. Out of play. And that's Gerardo Parra, who's one of the top 3 hit men in the league with 94 base hits, batting .315. Right up the middle by Martin Prado. So the net nemesis is on first base with 1 out.
That's kind of what he does, right? Fill the count up to 3-2, back up the middle. Good low fastball, good location by Gio. Sometimes you get beat on a good pitch. Prado with a nice swing.
First base coach, old buddy of yours, Steve Sachs, right there.
Well, that's a star-studded coaching staff for the Diamondbacks. Matt Williams at third, Steve Sachs right there at first base.
Alan Trammell in the dugout.
Alan Trammell, the bench coach. Don Baylor, Charles Nagy.
Don't challenge them to a pickup game.
Somebody feed Matt Williams. Look how much weight he's lost at third.
Yeah. Parra goes up hacking, fouls it over to the left side.
Those guys are all into the triathlons and, well, maybe not so much Don Baylor, but the other guys are into the triathlons and marathons, and Don Baylor's just into hitting.
Yeah. Hitting and manhandling if necessary. Our former Masson colleague, Don Baylor.
There's Alan Trammell. Trammell and Whitaker, one of my favorite double play combinations of all time.
It's about 18 years worth. And Gio going right to work, just missing away, and the count's 1-1.
Oh, one of my favorite players ever, Alan Trammell. I think I told the story in the air last year. I got my senior year ID in high school, and the lady said, "Your name?" And I said, "Alan Trammell." And she put it on there, and I still have it. My picture, and it says Alan Trammell.
That's pretty good. Breaking ball in on his hands. Here comes Rendon to LaRoche for the second out. Let's go inside the numbers with Jeep. For the next 3 nights, you'll see some pretty good pitching in the home uniforms here. Jordan goes tomorrow night. Steven Strasburg in that 4 o'clock game with the Shadows. Good luck, guys, on Thursday afternoon. What they've done since the beginning of May. Look at the low ERAs and the ridiculous opponents' batting averages. Jordan Zimmerman, Wade Miley, the lefty, tomorrow. And quite a matchup. Strasburg against the lefty 9-0 Patrick Corbin on Thursday. Breaking ball just misses. A.J. Pollock, the center fielder.
Well, if you allow yourself to dream for a little bit, those are the 3 starters any opponent would have in an NLDS scenario. Gio, Zimmerman, and Strasburg.
Up and away, 2-0. Pollock, 81 at bats last year in 5 stints with the D-backs, totaling 31 games. He had 247. He went to Notre Dame, former All Big East third baseman. Then he was a 2-time All Big East outfielder. That's right on the corner, 2-1. Former Connecticut State Player of the Year as a high schooler, and he was the first-round pick by the D-backs 4 years ago. Up the middle, base hit. Prado around. Span really charged it well. On target throw and out at the plate. And a great job by Kurt Suzuki of making the runner go around real wide on that slide.
How good has Denard Span been with the throws in center field? Watch him charge this hard and get rid of it once again right on the money. Deja vu, Span to Suzuki once again for the out of the plate. was all because of Denard Span with the strike to home plate. A.J. Pollock doing a nice job of getting on top of that high fastball from Gio Gonzalez. But you see Matt Williams waving Prado, who wasn't running that well the whole time. Watch. Maybe we get a shot at Denard Span here in a second doing the somersault after the throw. Perfect throw. Suzuki with a great tag on Martin Prado. Look at, tried to reach around and get that right hand on the plate, but Kurt Suzuki blocked it with his body, put the tag on him. And another assist for Denard Span, I think his third of the year. But when he threw that ball, he had so much momentum going to home plate that he actually did a somersault after the throw.
And I think as excellent as the throw is, or was, the thing I noticed is how beautifully he charged this ball full speed.
Watch Span just doing the barrel roll right there after the throw. Nice.
Very nice. Bottom of the second, strike one to Ian Desmond, who showed bunt. Seventh in extra base hits in the league. Ian's been on base 24 of his last 25 games.
And with Trevor Cahill coming up, Matt Williams had to send Martin Prado right there. So it was a good send by Williams, just a well-executed play on defense by the Nationals.
How often do you see somebody, a good base runner, thrown out from center field for the third out of an inning? It's very rare.
I think we saw it a lot last year with some guy named Harper playing center. He had a pretty good arm. And then Rick Ankiel, maybe. So I think we've been spoiled around here, but you're right, Cart. For the most part, that's a hard play for a center fielder.
Tracy to follow, and then Roger Bernardina here in the bottom of the second. Desmond 2 for 4 career against Trevor Cahill. Looks at the bouncer outside 2-2. Atlanta Braves, by the way, are in Kansas City tonight. The Nats are 6 back. That's the biggest lead any first place team has in baseball. There are tight races all over the place. Desmond with a fair ball from nearly behind the bag. Martin Prado, 1 out.
Braves Royals, must see TV.
Wow, a lot of blue. Comes Chad Tracy. Diamondback folks know him very well. He gets the start tonight with Ryan Zimmerman getting a night off and resting the shoulder. Chad was with Arizona 04 through 09. A couple of times on the DL. Got to him in the middle of that stint in 2007, rib cage and a knee problem. But he was a very reliable guy. And then in 08 he had a knee, in 09 a right oblique strain. So the Diamondbacks at times saw the best of Chad Tracy, but he was hurt so much. Then after he played for the Cubs and the Marlins in 2010, he went to Japan for a year and played for Hiroshima 40 games over there before coming to the Nats. Just a professional guy who you love having on your ball club. Cahill almost getting that swing back fastball. The count's 1-2. That one bounced well out in front. Cahill career record 56 and 55. Tonight's his 143rd, actually 44th career start. 3.88. The career earned run average. Started his career with the Oakland A's. And Chad had to get back, and then his momentum took him right back the other way.
Cahill's been wild here early in this game, and his misses have been huge. They're not hard takes unless you're Chad Tracy right here and you lose your balance and you have to gain it. Almost playing baseball backwards right there. Running down the third baseline. Just do that once a week. Turn the game around.
You're starting to sound like Jimmy Pearsall. Guy who played for the White Sox, who had a few mental issues here and there. And well, evidently, if the story I heard was correct, he hit his 100th career home run and rounded the bases backwards. And that didn't sit well with a lot of people. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out.
When Trevor Cahill was with Oakland, Carp, as you just said, I mean, that's all he needed to throw was his sinker. It was low, I don't want to say mid-90s, but 92, 93.
Yeah, teammate of Gio's over there.
One of the better young sinkers at that point in baseball.
And Chad Tracy will launch one to right field for Gerardo Parra, one of the best outfielders in the National League. Pick 3 games, get a free Nationals New Era ball cap. It's our midseason flex pack here on the night of game number 76. That's while supplies last. Some restrictions apply, and you can go to nationals.com/flex. Cahill was 18-8 just 3 years ago for Oakland. And after he went 12-14, they traded him after that season. Here's Roger Bernardina, who's 1-for-1 career against him. Fastball in there. 25 years of age, 6'4", 222 from Vista, California. Roger, last 8 games, just 1 hit and 2 walks. Trying to bust out of a 1-for-12. Tough job when you're not getting ABs every day. Pretty good off speed, 80 miles an hour on that. 1-2. Bernardina, inside out ball to the left side. Prado plays it well, got rid of it in a hurry to get a very fast base runner. That's only 1 walk through 2 innings at the plate. Yasiel Puig drilled by Ian Kennedy. Zach Greinke protecting his guy, and then Greinke would pay the price. And FP, after he took one off the helmet, that's when everything broke loose in Dodger Stadium.
I just feel like the Diamondbacks went 1 up right there, and then it was the all-star coaching staff going at it. Matt Williams, Kirk Gibson showing tremendous restraint as Mark McGwire lost it. You see all kinds of guys in the middle. And for whatever reason, Eric Hinske got a 5-game suspension that was reduced to 1 game. I don't know who watched the video of that to give Eric Hinske a 5-gamer, but they eventually got it right. Hinske serving his suspension here tonight.
Yeah, so they're a man short on their bench. A good left-handed pinch hitter. He'll be back available to the D-backs tomorrow.
But I'm all for drilling people. It's part of the game. But you start going up around the coconut, that's a whole different story. And that was totally out of line by Ian Kennedy going up headhunting in that game.
1 ball, 1 strike to Trevor Cahill. 2 for 27 this year. 106 career hitter. Hits the ball pretty well out to right center. That'll be Worth right in front of Span. Either could have caught it.
I see Gio with a playful smile for his former teammate jogging by him right there.
You hit it well, but I got you out, huh?
American League guys facing each other here in the National League, both in Oakland.
Well, guess who's batting second in the bottom of this inning? So we'll see Cahill throwing to Gio. Top of the order now, Willie Bloomquist, who doubled out to that gap to start the game, but he never scored. Gio went to work, and the ball didn't leave the infield the rest of the inning. As he popped uphill, grounded out Goldschmidt, and struck out Montero. Pretty good movement away. Took a little bit off on that 84. Throwing the changeup behind in the count. .35-year-old Willie Bloomquist, 11th year in the big leagues, hits it hard. Desmond, backhand pick, plants and fires, perfect. 2 outs. That guy's playing some kind of defense right now.
Yeah, feeling it out there. We talked about it early in the season when he's having trouble. The defense is a lot like offense. You get into a rhythm out there. And if you remember early in the year, Ian Desmond on every ball kind of gave the glove a little shake at the end, almost like he was in between hops all the time, making easy plays hard. Now he's been in some kind of groove, making hard plays like that look easy, showing off the big arm, going to his right.
Here's Aaron Hill, who fouled out to Desmond right behind Chad Tracy first time. And 2-0. Aaron Hill, longtime Blue Jay, 05 through the 2011 season. Came over with John McDonald for Kelly Johnson. And as I mentioned, hit .302 for the D-backs last year. Gio would rather face Paul Goldschmidt leading off the 4th, not with a man aboard here in the 3rd.
2012 second baseman, NL All-Star second baseman, Silver Slugger Award. .302, 44 doubles and 26 homers last year, Carp, and hit for 2 cycles in the same season. Who does that? Aaron Hill.
Yeah, nobody does that. .3-1. Up the middle. Gio can't get it, and neither can Ian Desmond. Ball slowed a bit on its way over the mound, and Hill's aboard for Goldschmidt. 2 outs.
And Aaron Hill could get down the line, especially when he's smelling the hit. And watch the angle that Ian Desmond takes right here. He sees the ball check up on the mound. He takes kind of a flat angle to it, because if he gets deep with that baseball and plays it on another hop, Aaron Hill is safe. So he has to go straight across right there, try to do a spin move and use the big arm. That allows the ball to get under his glove, but that was the only chance he had.
So Gio still unable to get a 1-2-3 inning. Double in the first, 2 singles last inning. Span threw a runner out at the plate to end that frame. Aaron Hill stole 14 bases last year, and he was 0 for 1 when he got hurt this year, so he hasn't been able to start his running game. In fact, the Diamondbacks' second lowest steals total in the league with the Reds. Only 22 stolen bases. St. Louis never runs. They have only 18. So the D-backs rely on stringing hits together. With Mark Reynolds gone from a couple of years ago and Chris Johnson gone, not the power team they have been the last few seasons. And of course, Justin Upton.
But we talk to people close to the ball club. They say how it's a scrappy ball club. They play the game the right way. Kirk Gibson having his guys move runners. They play hard every single night. They do all the little things to win games. And talking to some of their players today, said just a good bunch of guys to be around. So a lot of Nats fans probably not real familiar with the Diamondbacks. So just giving you a heads up, it's a team that plays the game the right way.
91 over below, and Gio goes 2-1 on Goldschmidt. I know first base isn't open, but second base is, and there is a left-handed batter on deck, and this is one of the best power guys in the league. 36 extra base hits. 65 runs batted in. Nice breaking ball on 2-1. Nissan will track it.
Well, when you have 19 home runs, 65 RBIs, guess what? You get a 2-1 curveball. Gio Gonzalez pulling the string, 76. Back knee piece, nice pitch. Goldschmidt looking for the heat.
When I hear you talk about tilt on a breaking ball, that was one right there.
Yeah, some tilt.
Change up in the dirt to strike him out. Great pitching by Gio after the 2-out single. He's given up 4 hits, but nothing else. He'll bat after Suzuki in a scoreless game. Gio and Span coming up Thursday, July 4th. Mark it down, 11:05. Milwaukee's in town for Independence Day. Pre-game American flag displays, team patriotic uniforms, special musical performances. It's part of our patriotic series, and this time it's Independence Day, presented by SAIC. SAIC, securing the future for generations to come. Go to nationals.com/patriotic. Billy Kilmer is in the house tonight. Washington Redskins Ring of Fame. Led the NFL in passing touchdowns in 1972. Played for the Redskins, of course, 71 through 78. Went to the Pro Bowl that year, one of his 2. One of the 70 greatest Redskins of all time. And I would imagine he's a whole lot higher than number 70.
William Orland Kilmer Jr. There he is, folks. Single bar face mask. Number 17. Still hasn't thrown a spiral.
Summer's quarterback rating 72%. I'm sure back then
he got it there. It just wasn't pretty.
He would say, "What's a quarterback rating? All I want to do is win."
Just because you throw the football end over end, if it lands on the money, that's all that counts.
That man had a heart.
Yep, he's a winner.
Kurt Suzuki hitting .210. 2 for 6 career against Trevor Cahill. Fastball just missing. It would be nice to get the number 8 man on for Gio, who has sacrificed 4 times this year.
He's talking to Billy Kilmer right now. They're having a little conversation.
There's Suzuki taking the leadoff walk. Nats have their second base runner, both on free passes.
Kurt Suzuki's hit .210, but he gives you a good at-bat most times up there. That's a good at-bat.
Upcoming schedule. D-backs here for 2 before we head out to New York. Jordan Zimmerman, Wade Miley tomorrow. Steven Strasburg, Patrick Corbin. That's Thursday at 4:05. Then it's on to New York with 3 against the Mets. And the Nats will come right home next week for another week-long homestand and play Milwaukee and San Diego, a very much improved San Diego ball club. Gio, perfect sacrifice bunt, takes care of business on the very first offering. It'll go 1-3 on the sack.
Nicely done. A little low five from Tony Tarasco. Helping yourself out, get some more high fives. You go back to that dugout. Little things, playing the game the right way. Nicely done.
So, first time around the batting order, the Nationals go 0 for 6 with a sacrifice and 2 walks. Haven't seen Trevor Cahill since August 10th of last year, so now they've done some lab work, and let's see how the second time around goes here. He went off speed to strike out Denard Span first time up. So Span saw 89, and he was hacking on the heater.
Souvenir, put it in the bag. Thanks for coming. Nicely done, too.
Talked about his last few starts. FP told you how he got hit by that line drive off the bat of Marcell Ozuna of Miami, top of the first last time out. But prior to that, he had gone 5, 3 2/3, and 5 2/3 have been hit hard. Span up the middle, well placed, base hit. Here comes Suzuki. He will score. The Nats lead 1-0 on Denard Span's 19th RBI.
Well, you know, we point out when the Nats don't do the little things well, not to score runs, but how about a little execution style offense here in the third? A leadoff walk by Kurt Suzuki, nice at bat. Sacrifice bunt by Gio Gonzalez, advancing Suzuki to second. And then Denard Span single up the middle, scoring Kurt Suzuki. And that's how you play the game, folks. Get him over, get him in. Nice job, Denard Span.
Well, you said to Gio, you got a bat, do something. He did.
He did.
Got the man in scoring position. Now maybe Span's a running threat. Miguel Montero not getting a whole lot of help from his staff this year. 3 for 21 against opposing base runners. Span is 8 for 11. We'll see if Davey gets frisky here now that he has the lead in the third inning. Diamondbacks thinking along those lines with the throw over. Rendon bounced out to short first time, but he hit the ball extremely hard. Right in there. Pretty good hack. He's got a battle now, 0-2.
Oh, by the way, there goes a no-hitter. Sorry, day off. Sleep at the wheel.
Took till the third inning.
Yeah, what's up with that? Well, you were
still thinking about Billy Kilmer, evidently.
That's right.
Talked about Montero's problems. Cahill's given up 8 stolen bases without a runner being caught, so he's one of the guys not giving Miguel Montero much chance. He's got the count in his favor here as they cheat up the middle for the double play. Rendon, who uses the field, has a lot of room on the right side, but you can't be too selective with 2 strikes. Span started, then stopped, and that ball is rifled into right field. And Anthony Rendon is now hitting .337. Just a thing of beauty watching this kid swing.
It's a pretty right-handed swing. We talk about it all the time, compared him to Edgar Martinez and how smooth it is. And I was talking to the color analyst from the Diamondbacks today, Bob Brentley, and he was saying, what do you got on this Rendon guy? I said, well, he gets his foot down early, has a nice rhythm to his swing. He'll take an inside pitch and rifle it to right. There it is. Another great swing off the bat of Anthony Rendon.
Chance to build a big inning here with Jason Worth on the way.
I mean, that swing is conducive to hitting 300. There's not a lot of holes in it. He gets inside the ball so well. He IDs the off speed so well. The bat speed, the length of the time the bat is in the strike zone, staying through the baseball. And it hasn't changed once. You talk about repeating a swing with the same approach, the same stance every at bat. It's been a small sample size, but it's been consistent as can be.
Well, it's 92 at bats now, and Worth goes left field corner, hooking. Jason walked first time. So against Cahill, career 3 for 5, 2 bases on balls. Middle innings of the first game of the series, and Worth has a chance to put a real stamp on this set here. Outfield plays him straight away. Pinch him a bit toward the gaps, and Cahill with another step off. As Aaron Hill at least stays in the neighborhood of Denard Span at second base. Way outside, and it's a wild pitch. After all that attention to the runner, he lost sight of home plate. Span to third, Rendon to second.
He'll just lose a feel for that sinker, and you wonder if the back-to-back inside moves to second base was maybe not having confidence in throwing this pitch. Buries it in the dirt. Big mistake right there by Cahill and the Diamondbacks, putting Span and Rendon into scoring position here with one out.
Worth trying to bust the 20 RBI barrier. 1-1 pitch, and he'll look at that one low and away. First baseman Paul Goldschmidt has him played about 30 feet off the bag. So they are really pinching Worth up the middle here. That is a base hit to left field. Span scores. Rendon held at third. Nationals lead 2-0. And there's RBI number 20 for Jason Worth.
RBI number 20. It seems like the 20th hit in a row for Jason Worth between short and third. He's been wearing that 5.5 hole out. Gets a sinker out over the plate. Another base hit to left. Trent Jewett can't send Anthony Rendon. Cody Ross throws the ball very well in left. So a good hold by Jewett. Setting the stage here for Adam LaRoche. First and third, one out.
Well, the number 8 hitter, the pitcher, the leadoff guy, all doing their jobs here, giving the Nats a run with help from the guys behind. Adam LaRoche swung at the first pitch. His first time up, flied to left. Diamondbacks back up the middle. LaRoche wants to lift one over the infield. He takes a tailing fastball for a strike. Willie Bloomquist, Aaron Hill talking it over. Trying to figure out exactly where they need to be on this shift. But also not to take themselves out of a place where they can play a ground ball. Pretty respectable 22 of Adams' 32 RBIs in situations like this. Rendon at third, Worth at first. this one to left center. It is still going. And out of here. Banging it off the wall of the bullpen. Number 11 of the Nats lead, 5-0.
The line is moving.
And the ball is carrying on a 90-degree night.
Well, if you've been in Nats Park on a night like this, we talked about it earlier, you knew the ball was going to fly, and it looked like he got maybe a slider out over the plate. Stayed on it nice, let it get deep. And he's been hot, folks. Weather heats up, so does LaRoche. I'll tell you what, the ball is flying. There should be smiles in the first base dugout because they are putting together some kind of inning right here. Look at the extension. He knew as soon as he hit it. Watch the reaction. As soon as he hit it, got him.
Right off that green wall, ricocheting into the bullpen. LaRoche RBI total shoots up to 35. The Nats lead by 5. Don't throw a first pitch fastball down the middle to Ian Desmond. He took that one up and away. Adam LaRoche, by the way, 19 consecutive games with a hit now in this ballpark. Desmond out of play, right side.
Well, we saw this early from the offense when they were going good in April, right out of the gate. Second time around, doing the research. First time around, making the adjustments. But quite frankly, Trevor Cahill hasn't had much here tonight. Command has been off. Ball isn't doing a whole lot. It's been up in the zone.
And we talked about that second time around the order. How about 4 for 4?
Yeah, line's moving right here in the third for sure.
1-1 to Desmond. He got jammed and pulls it foul. For the Nats, their 68th home run of the year. Cahill has given up his 7th. And a breaking ball away strikes out Ian Desmond. Second K of the night for Trevor Cahill. If the Nats win big, everybody does. If they win and score 7 or more, you get 50% off. Regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com. Participating locations in D.C., Maryland, and Northern Virginia. Use the promo code NATS50. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official pizza of your Washington Nationals.
Papa John's having a safe first half. I have a feeling they're going to be giving it up in the second half.
Start tossing some dough, boys. Here we come. Chad Tracy flied to right first time. Up and in with a fastball, 1-1. Target in. Tracy locked up. Did he go? Yes, says Alan Porter. Nats are gone in the bottom of the third. The pitcher's best friend, or rather the manager's best friend, the 3-run homer, and the guy who can hit it. Adam LaRoche hurts his former teammates. And after 3, the Nats lead by 5. AFCIA, the Association for Global Security Professionals. Good evening, Julie, with our sideline report.
Well, after being placed on the 15-day DL, pitcher Dan Herron received an MRI on his right shoulder yesterday, which revealed no structural damage, so that's good news. But it was inflamed and he was experiencing soreness, so he did get a cortisone shot, which he said was the best way to combat that. But when I saw him in his locker today, he was obviously disturbed, and he said, "I just hate being on the DL. I feel like I can't help out my team. I wish I could go to New York and help these guys out." The Nats recalled Tyler Moore from AAA Syracuse to take his spot, but have yet to name a replacement to spot start for Dan on Saturday in New York against the Mets. Davey says that's a decision to be made in the next few days, but all signs are pointing to rookie Taylor Jordan from AA Harrisburg, who was pulled after just 5 innings in his start last night. So that would mean the Nats are going to face Matt Harvey on Friday, Dylan G on Saturday, and Zach Wheeler on Sunday in New York.
I had 2 of the 3 of the best arms the Mets have.
He's ready. Call him up. Serious. You see the numbers? You talk to people about the stuff? I would love to see that.
And one more note on Dan Herron. He hasn't made fewer than 33 starts in a season since 2004, his first year in the big leagues. So he has been durable, and he is a guy who hates to be out. Meanwhile, Gio warming things up. 2 strikeouts in a row, 3 in the game as he takes care of Miguel Montero. Here he is. 65 pitches pulled last night, 5 innings, 1 earned run. Next scheduled start Saturday. Big question is, next scheduled start, where will it be? It's PNC Bank for the Achiever and you with our minor league report.
You're so mysterious sometimes, you know that?
Where will it be?
Yeah. I'm going to say the Big Apple. Big stage. Let's go.
Start spreading the news.
Yep.
Cody Ross hit a ball hard to Ian Desmond, who backhanded, threw him out first time. Gio with a good breaking ball. Starting to mix things up. Gio, just don't look at the scoreboard. Pretend it's nothing. Steve McCaddy has to be happy so far.
Well, if he knew that the Nats have scored at least 5 runs 29 times this year, and they're 27-2 in those games, he'd be ecstatic.
Don't tell him.
What happened those 2 times?
Well, I can tell you.
No.
One of them was Sunday.
No,
they were down 7-0.
Oh, that's all right.
You know, they scored 6. So a couple times you're going to fall behind. Ball hanging up in the air, and Roger Bernardino won't be able to get there. Cody Ross with a base hit. 1 on, 1 out. So sometime tonight, Gio hopes to get a 1-2-3 inning. Martin Prado prevented that back in the second. With a base hit up the middle, and he bats here with Ross aboard. Good looking heater outside corner, right on the edge. Hot shot, LaRoche. This will require a tag, and there it is from Desmond. A 3-6 with a tag, double play.
Hit a home run, little double play to the backhand side for Adam LaRoche. Not a thing.
Thank you, says Gio.
Recommend more. Visit Cox.com to learn about Cox Advanced TV Plus. See the score 5-0 Nationals. A. LaRoche, there's 3-run homer. G. Gonzalez, 4 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts. And D. Span with a big-time assist in center field. A little bit of spanning right there. Throwing the money. 3rd assist of the year for Denard Span. Great tag by Gio Gonzalez. Smiles everywhere. And we've been seeing a lot more smiles from the home team of late. Then base hit up the middle, scoring Kurt Suzuki to put the Nats on the board. Denard Span in the middle of a good night here at Nats Park.
Bottom of the 4th, Roger Bernardina, the number 7 man, fouls it off. Yeah, how about that assist? Single, RBI, run scored. And you can't tell me that Anthony Rendon and what he's doing is not going to really help Denard Span as well. You know, that the Nats are finally getting on in that number 2 spot. Rendon's been on base 21 of the last 22 games. So guys are starting to pitch Span more carefully because they know the kid's coming up with some veteran boppers behind him. Roger Bernardina hits that ball extremely hard to right. Gerardo Parra, one of the best arms in baseball, with 8 assists. So Roger checks in with a leadoff hit.
Semi-sharky right there in the stands. You know what's really going to be fun is when that kid named Harper is up right after that kid named Rendon.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be hits all over the campsite, and the rest is history.
I just can't wait for Harper to prove he can play above high A.
Yeah, got to have a good week down there in Potomac to get the call up. Maybe we'll put him up on the minor league report tomorrow.
Kurt Suzuki is next. So the Nats have a walk, a run, a sacrifice, and now a base hit from their bottom 3 hitters tonight.
I'm reading this from James Wagner of the Washington Post on Twitter right now. Bryce Harper done for the day after 3 innings. 1 for 1 with a double, a walk and a run.
Nice.
Ran hard on the bases. Knee did not appear to bother him. And then I'll just add he's ready. Call him up.
Well, that should be on the editorial page.
That's about all he got, too.
Bernardina started, then stopped. It's a strike call. And Suzuki 0-2 now. Roger hasn't run a lot this year, but he's been okay when doing so. 2 for 2. Watch out if you're Cahill. You decide to waste one away. Kurt Suzuki might poke it to right field on you. Target's out there, but that fastball too high to offer. With a sacrifice bunt tonight that led to a 5-run rally, Gio Gonzalez on deck. And a changeup in the dirt. Bernardina back easily. So Kurt Suzuki battles back. Counts even 2-2.
Oh, Miguel Montero's had a rough ride back there tonight for the Diamondbacks. Trevor Cahill's thrown 5 or 6 balls that spiked straight in the dirt. And a couple ones that didn't, that were almost behind the hitter.
Close. Bernardina back. By the way, that target was set way inside on Suzuki prior to the throw over.
Big lead for Bernardina. And he was going. See the lean right there? Throw over by Cahill. Little jab step towards second. That'll tip off Kirk Gibson, Trevor Cahill, Miguel Montero, everybody in the Diamondbacks dugout that he was rolling.
Two-two. He's running, then Suzuki fouls it. Nats live free post-game concert series Sunday, July 7th against the Padres. Third day is coming. And Sammy Hagar after that, right? Game tickets starting at $10. Nationals.com/NatsLive. Some restrictions apply. You have to have a valid game ticket July 7th to enjoy the concert. Big time lineup coming in now. There's Suzuki thinking about right field. Fouls it off to the right side. Nationals lead 5-0. Big blow of the third. A 3-run Adam LaRoche homer. Leadoff man aboard here in the fourth, and Suzuki shoots it off the glove of Willie Bloomquist. Roger Bernardina had to stay home on that line drive, so he stops at second, and Kurt Suzuki's on for the second time.
I know exactly what Kurt Suzuki is thinking at first base right now. My luck is changing.
That's 2 line drives in a row, right?
That's a guy that's lined out more than any Nats player all year. He's giving you good at-bats. Not a whole lot to show for it. Doing a great job behind the plate. Walked his first time up. Scored the first run of the ball game for the Nats. It's a line drive single right there off somebody's glove. And that's been going in everybody's glove up to this point this year.
Had a line drive to center for a sac fly on Sunday. So here's Gio in another obvious bunting situation. Paul Goldschmidt hanging with his pitcher for a while. The Nats have 6 base hits already. They had 13 on Sunday, battling from a 7-0 deficit to almost pull one out against the Rockies before losing 7-6.
Boy, you got good speed on the bases right now. If you're Gio, just get the bunt down in the dirt. Doesn't have to be directional, third or first. Just make the first bounce be in the dirt, and the job will be done.
Pulls off that one. It was a bit away. And a strike call.
And you see Goldschmidt charging hard. Aaron Hill covering first base. The rotation play on for Kirk Gibson behind Trevor Cahill. Now Trent Jewett going to talk to Gio Gonzalez about, hey, if they do that again, pull it back and slap it by somebody. But I still feel like if you make that first bunt be in the dirt, with Roger Bernardina out there, it's going to be tough to get him at third.
So Zeke Sproul for the Diamondbacks here. One of their 6 right-handers. Goldschmidt already 60 feet away and charging. Gio just tried to guide that ball down the third base line. And it'll be 0-2 the next time he steps in.
Well, it's a big play in this game. You're up by 5. You're trying to crack the thing wide open. And if Gio Gonzalez can get the bunt down, you got second and third, 1 out for Denard Span. Now you're looking at putting this thing on ice in the 4th inning, breaking it open.
Nats are making him work long and hard tonight. 14, then 31, then 59. His pitch counts after each inning tonight. Gio fouls it and strikes out. In fact, he tipped it right into the glove of Miguel Montero. 4th K for Cahill tonight. Top of the order, Denard Span.
And Trevor Cahill pretty deliberate to the plate, even though Denard Span's a lefty. Maybe if you're Roger Bernardina, you're thinking about stealing third.
Yeah, they can't lay too far back. Bernardina could drop down a bunt for a base hit, or rather Span could here. With Bernardina on second and Suzuki at first. Denard base hit up the middle last time. He will slowly roll this one to second. He's going to have to hustle, and there is no return throw. It'll be first and third, 2 outs. Anthony Rendon steps in. We have an AT&T fact of the game for you. Of all the players in the 2011 Major League Draft, Anthony Rendon playing in more games than any of them, and I guarantee you he's got way more hits than any of them. He was the number 6th overall player taken.
You can win AT&T fact. Anthony Rendon is going to hit the ball hard.
Wow, that's our AT&T
Yeah.
prediction.
I don't know if it's going to be a hit.
Pitch up, ball one.
But it seems to be a fact of late.
It's amazing when you consider his real lack of time in the minor leagues. Didn't play in 2011 because he signed late in the summer. And then last year, severe ankle sprain, second game of the year. Played 9 games at Potomac, 5 down in Vieira, 8 at single A Auburn, 21 at double A Harrisburg. And then only 16 games at Harrisburg this year before he got the call. It's amazing what he's doing, given that lack of experience at the professional level.
Just the relaxation in the batter's box to me. I mean, you could talk about the mechanics all you want. Check out the June numbers, 24 for 65, 8 doubles, 8 RBI, but just look how relaxed. No tension in the swing, no tension in the body. You can tell a lot by looking at a guy's face how they're feeling at the plate. Body language for Rendon, having fun, relaxed. Having a good old time at the ballpark.
2-2 with 2 men aboard. Second time through the batting order, the Nats 6 base hits, 6 for 9. 2-2 with the runner going off of first. Span popped up, short right field. Just onto the outfield grass and caught by Goldschmidt. So the Nats get a couple of hits and strand their second and third runners of the night.
Up and laid him down. Look at that. But then the parachute stops him right there.
He's gassed.
He's gassed. I don't know why they have parachutes on. We'll get to the bottom of that as soon as we know.
And then Tom just runs by everybody without a parachute.
Yeah, he dropped the parachute, and he's going to win. Remarkable stuff from Nats Park.
And we would like to apologize to paratroopers all over the world for what they just saw.
You know, you always Google something like Earth Day. I mean, they always have some kind of theme, but they got me tonight. No idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they can recycle those parachutes, and we go to the top of the 5th inning. Gerardo Parra grounded out to Anthony Rendon first time up. Gio only 10 pitches to get through the 4th, thanks to that 3-6 double play ball engineered by Adam LaRoche. Parra, 3rd in the league in hits, 2nd in doubles, 8th in hitting at .315. He just turned 26 years of age on May 6th. We've seen this guy for a number of years be one of the best defensive outfielders. Won a Gold Glove in 2011 when he had 12 outfield assists made only 2 errors all year. Last year he had 8 more throws and only made 4 errors. He is a superior defensive player out of Venezuela.
He started the season as a 4th outfielder for the Diamondbacks, and now there's a lot of people in Arizona that think he should be an all-star. Not on the all-star ballot.
And against Jordan Zimmerman and Steven Strasburg, we'll probably see him hitting leadoff.
Besides Goldschmidt, probably been the Diamondbacks' most consistent hitter.
290, 292, 273 his first 3 years in the big leagues. Pretty impressive. 261 his second year, and that's a fastball up.
And there's a certain faction of our audience tonight that'll love to know that he's 4th among all position players in wins above replacement at 3.7. WAR.
WAR, huh?
And you know that I didn't just read that.
3-2 pitch. Ask a player, what is it good for? And he'll say absolutely nothing.
Well, I would imagine Scott Boras would disagree. I'm sure there's a lot of agents out there that use that.
When they go to WAR, they use WAR. That was A.J. Pollock, the center fielder, waiting.
I think that means the value of wins above replacement players in the 1994 strike.
Swing and a miss on a big 94-mile-an-hour fastball by Gio, his 4th K of the night. His command has been really good the last couple of innings.
Well, last, I don't know, 6 or 7 starts. I mean, he's pitched around some jams, but tonight he's just been locked in from the get-go. And coming off that game in Philadelphia where he tied a career high with 11 strikeouts. Tonight just as good.
And a ball hammered to center by A.J. Pollock. Denard Span got a great jump on that ball. He just dropped his left shoulder and sprinted back, found the spot, and was waiting for that ball. 2 outs. Toyota case for kids. I don't know if we'll get 11 from Gio like last time out, but how about 4 so far tonight? Times $37 to the Children's Inn at the National Institutes of Health. That's thanks to the generosity of our DC area Toyota dealers, helping children and their families at NIH. 2 outs. Here's the pitcher, Trevor Cahill. Kansas City has a run in the bottom of the 1st against the Braves. Nats are 6 back starting tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tapper right side. Anthony Rendon, and for Gio, finally in the 5th inning, as easy as 1, 2, 3. He can relax while 3, 4, 5 are due up. Good support, a lot of base hits. And Gio's pitching beautifully now. So Adam LaRoche goes deep. His 11th of the year, 68th for the ball club. That's $250 times 68 to the Children's National Medical Center. Every time the Nats go deep, Lexus is the pursuit of perfection. And that's thanks to the generosity of our Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers. Turning into a nice night now that things are cooling off a bit. 91 at game time. We're going bottom 5 with Worth, LaRoche, and Desmond. The Nats on top 5-0. And Jason Worth, 2 good at bats tonight. He's walked, he's singled, drove in a run, and scored. He's now hitting nearly 280 since coming off the DL.
Nice crowd here for a Tuesday night against the Diamondbacks. Lively bunch, had stuff to cheer about.
Looks like somewhere around 25,000 or so in the yard tonight.
I'm going to say 26,307. And if I get within 50, I win both showcases.
Okay. That could be a microwave and a can opener tonight. Congratulations.
Perfect.
Jason Worth shoots that ball deep to right. Over the head of Gerardo Parra. And Jason Worth back in the lineup today. Barely safe at second base and 3 good ABs. That's what we mean about Gerardo Parra and that arm out there. And A.J. Pollock, those guys can do it out there in the outfield.
And Jason Worth so valuable to this lineup. On base 3 times tonight. I think, you know, Davey Johnson talking before the game. You see the patented bat toss to the dugout. Tells you he knows he got him. But Davey's saying about his groin. He's played with it before like this. He knows how to kind of massage that thing to where he's not going to pull it. And right here, look, I'm just cruising into second base with a double. Just knows how to get in there right before the throw. And that's called playing smart. 5th double of the year. And moves the line to hot hitting Adam LaRoche.
He will pull the ball and just miss advancing the runner. That's low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. That'll advance the runner and maybe get LaRoche to first base. Checks in with another base hit. 2 for 3 tonight. First and third, nobody out.
Adam LaRoche having a big night tonight. Home run, 2nd time up. I want to show you that swing and watch the torque that he creates and the balance throughout the swing. And it's kind of all with the upper half. Look at the balance after the swing. The high finish created a lot of backspin. Warm night here, ball's going to carry, but that's how LaRoche hits him, by creating those high fly balls with tons of backspin. Second hit, an infield single for LaRoche. And Willie Robertson from Duck Dynasty watching tonight approves of both of those Adam LaRoche at-bats.
Really?
He does. He's watching. He's watching his boy rake.
Well, I want to see something from Des Dynasty here. He has grounded out to third and struck out swinging. Desmond in the air to right. Gerardo Parra, look at that ball carry. Easy sac fly for Worth to score. 6-0 Nationals. Ian Desmond, RBI number 41.
They're playing the game the right way tonight. They started in the 3rd inning, a leadoff walk for Suzuki. The sac bunt by Gio Gonzalez, and then Denard Span picking up Gio. And right here, a leadoff double moved over by LaRoche with the infield single, and then Ian Desmond with a swing of beauty right there. Sac fly to right field to put the Nats up by 6. I mean, 8 hits in the last 14 batters, but it's more about the way they're playing offensively tonight, doing the little things. You start playing consistently like this offensively, you're going to win a lot of ball games. And I'm not just talking about base hits.
Yeah. It all started with one out in the third after Gio's sacrifice when Span singled up the middle, bringing home Kurt Suzuki, and it's been lights out ever since. Chad Tracy has flied to right and struck out. Right off the end of the bat, fair ball over near the bag for Martin Prado. And he got Chad by a step, 2 outs.
Boy, nice play by Prado, going the other way right there. Throwing across his body right on the money. Watch him right here going toward his own dugout. So away from the play on the slow roller. Almost to the base in foul territory. Throws across his body and gets Chad Tracy by half a step. Nice play by Prado.
They're doing the shark as Roger Bernardino steps in with 2 outs. He singled sharply to right field, leading off the fourth.
Wait, see how far that sac fly from Desmond carried? That ball is flying here.
And I got to be honest with you, when LaRoche hit his ball, I was thinking, okay, sac fly, it's 3-0. And then, as you mentioned, it had that backspin on it, got into another gear. Next thing we knew, it was banging off the wall of the bullpen. It separates it from the red seats.
Yeah, rock the cut. That guy will give you a super cut right there. Give you a mullet. Just ask Anthony Rendon.
Counts even 1-1. Off-speed pitch, Roger out ahead of it. And the count here in the bottom of the fifth, 1-2. Kinetic North America will track it.
81, change up. Out in front.
Way in there, ball gets away. How many have gotten by Miguel Montero tonight? Adam LaRoche to third base with 2 outs. Second wild pitch of the evening, but some others have given Montero problems back there. Bernardino 1 for 2 tonight. And he will swing through that one. Bottom of the fifth is over. But a double by Jason Worth got it going. LaRoche a base hit. Desmond sac fly. 6-0 Washington. Gio gave up some base hits early, got some key outs, got a double play ball, and I think you made a great point. Not only the fact that they're scoring and getting base hits, but the way things are advancing. The sacrifice bunt, taking advantage of a leadoff walk, the sac fly kind of falling into place tonight.
Yeah, they do the little things offensively and taking advantage of Trevor Kay, who's just been kind of winging it in there tonight and been all over the place. He's been wild, and the offense has been fantastic with the way they've been executing, moving runners, scoring runners, swinging the bats, giving Gio Gonzalez a lot of run support that he hasn't had so far this year.
Into his 6th inning on pitch number 73, drilled to center. Denard Span right there to grab it off the bat of Willie Bloomquist. And we talk about this on occasion. Now one of those situations where it's starting to get late in the ball game for Arizona. They don't want to get 0-2 against Gio, so they'll be hacking, and maybe he gets some quicker outs. So Bloomquist, the 1st inning double. Big play of the game, Prado single, and on the Pollock single 2nd inning, Span threw out Prado at home plate. They've had only 2 singles since then. So next up is Aaron Hill, a foul out and a base hit up the middle.
Boy, this is our inaugural ride with our Masson Polos tonight. It was good for 6 runs so far. We'll have to sport them tomorrow night, too. What do you think?
90-degree rule. I like it. 2-0 pitch. That's in there. Even if you're up by 6, make the guy hitting in front of Paul Goldschmidt earn his way on base. Gio just pumping strikes. That's a great fastball under the hands of Aaron Hill. What to do on that if you're the hitter? Let that big guy bat. The base is empty and 2 outs if you can. And that one floats up and away. 3-2.
And Diamondbacks playing a hitter's ballpark. They're probably not real in awe of how the ball's carrying here tonight. That's the way it is for 81 home dates for them every year. But if you're a Nats fan or a Nationals hitter tonight, you are loving the way it's carrying here at Nats Park.
That ball hit hard to left into the corner. It'll hit just to the left of the 336 mark, and Bernardino will have to dig it out. So they do have a base runner in front of Paul Goldschmidt. It's Aaron Hill, who's 2 for 3 in his return after 2.5 months off with a broken hand. That's got to be a lift for them. They're a good offensive ball club to begin with. As I mentioned, hitting .260 as a team, 4th in the league and 4th in runs. Goldschmidt has grounded out to short and struck out swinging. Base hit right field. Worth charging. They'll have to hold the runner at 3rd. Runners at the corners, 1 out.
Nice piece of hitting right there by Paul Goldschmidt, just going the other way, taking what Gio gives him.
Big spot now for Miguel Montero. Breaking ball, base hit. Adam LaRoche didn't think he could get to that ball. He backed off toward the bag, hoping Rendon could get there for a possible throw. And suddenly, double, single, single. The Diamondbacks are on the board.
Yeah, LaRoche right here retreated the bag. I'm glad you saw that, because watch him come off right there and then just kind of say, well, I don't have that one. Maybe Rendon has it, but a perfectly placed ground ball for Montero to put the Diamondbacks on the board and get it back to a 5-run game.
Now Cody Ross, who singled last time. And as I mentioned at the top of the inning, even on that hard hit ball by Bloomquist that was an out, they are attacking early in the count here. They don't want Gio to get to his secondary pitches and hook him or change him up and get him out. So Cody Ross came up hacking.
Well, if you're down by 6, Carp, and the guy hasn't walked anybody, I mean, you look at each other in the dugout and you say, hey, we're not going to walk our way back into this game. He's established a strike zone. We're going to have to hack.
In the air, right field, near the line. And Jason Worth is there to grab it. Looked like that ball was going to slice out of play, and then it just kind of got up in the air and straightened out. And Jason made the play in foul ground, 2 outs.
Well, if you have a groin going on, the hardest thing is the brakes. And you see Jason Worth right there with the wall approaching, getting over there and having to put on the brakes because of the wall right there. So that's a better play than it would appear at first look, just because you got to put the brakes on hard.
Agreed. Martin Prado's next. He has singled up the middle, hit the ball sharply to LaRoche. It turned out to be the back end of a 3-6 double play. Well, Davey Johnson knows he's got his big 3 going here. Zimmerman tomorrow, Strasburg Thursday. Then you take your chances in New York before you come right back home. First pitch changeup, missing to Prado. That's a surprising number. One breaking ball.
And pitch number 87 coming for Gio. 55 strikes, 31 balls.
And a 2-1 that really sails up and away. Ball 3. Tough left-handed batter on deck in Gerardo Parra. Gio has retired him twice tonight. Don't want to give in to this guy and just throw a fastball down the middle. And he'll go challenge fastball, but miss way inside with it. And the bases are loaded with 2 down. Impeccable control. Until then, your mission, our commitment. Visit agilitycorp.com. League leaders and the guys with the best numbers went ahead in the count and in steps. Gerardo Parra even higher than Chris Davis and Joey Votto, Nelson Cruz, and of course our own Ryan Zimmerman. Steve McCaddy for a visit here.
We just wonder, Gio Gonzalez. And you look at his pitch counts so far this year, and I'm going back to May 17th, 115, May 22nd, 116, May 27th, 109, June 1st, 105, June 8th, 114, June 14th, 127, and last time out against Phillies, 108. So he's throwing a lot of pitches, and even though he's at 88 right now, you wonder if he's kind of hitting the wall right here in the 6th.
Bullpen is red hot. Tyler Clippard and of course Abad and Kroll leading the way with Drew Storen much improved, Craig Stammen, Rafael Soriano. The Nats bullpen a 1.50 ERA over the last 16 games. And they're fresh. Didn't have to pitch a lot of innings in the early part of the Colorado series. And Davey said today this is as comfortable as he's been with his bullpen all year. So there are your average, high, and tonight numbers on the pitch count. Off the windup, Parra. Breaking ball misses.
And not to mention in those games, Carp, that I just mentioned with all the pitch counts, that he's had not a lot of run support. So you add the fact that he's redlining in all those games to keep his team in there. Not getting a lot of offense behind him. And tonight he's got a 5-run lead trying to keep it at 5. I mean, if anybody deserves a 5 2/3 at 90 pitches to get out of this thing and maybe shut it down after 6, it's the guy you're looking at right now with what he's done this year and how intense his outings have been.
Well, huge at bat in this game right here. Parra, ground ball, Rendon to Desmond. Huge out. Maybe Gio's last of the night. We'll see what Davey decides. 1 run through 6 against a good hitting ball club. The Nats are into the Diamondbacks bullpen. More on that in a moment. Take the season plan experience to the all-inclusive suite level here at Nationals Park. For more info about availability and pricing, go to nationals.com/club3.
You find Bob Carpenter in Club 3 during the Fox games dancing on tables.
Anything for a hot dog and some popcorn. This call to the bullpen package by the UPS store. We love logistics. And as I ponder that last exchange, this one's all yours. Zeke Sproul.
Now 3-pitch guy, fastball, slider, curveball. And fastball averages 92, slider 82, curveball 77.
And he was part of the deal, coming over with Martin Prado, Rando Delgado, and the Justin Upton, Chris Johnson to Atlanta transaction. No record of any of the Nats having faced him before. So we go bottom 6 with Suzuki. It looks like Gio's coming out on deck. Looking to chat with anyone near the on-deck circle who will lend an ear. Being totally ignored by Marla Lerner right there. Marla Lerner Tannenbaum, who did such a great job with the Nats Gala.
He's got somebody.
He'll find somebody to chat with. Hey, there's former Caps coach Bruce Boudreau in the white ball cap and the blue shirt. One of the neatest guys we've had be a coach in this town. All right, bottom 6. Here's Suzuki. Good night. A walk, a run, a base hit for Kurt. Strike 1. Zeke Sproul's a rookie, by the way. Originally drafted by the Braves in the 2nd round in 08. Change up inside. So the Nats got Trevor Cahill out after 5 innings, 6 runs on 8 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. One of the walks scored. A couple of wild pitches, a homer. 93 pitches, 63 strikes, and Suzuki took a big hack right there. Nats box, lots of contributions. Desmond and Tracy no hits, but Ian has a sac fly. But really good nights by the middle of the order, especially Worth and LaRoche on base 5 out of 6 times. Bottom of the 6th, we arrive at the 9 o'clock hour here at Nationals Park. Good crowd on hand, 33,894 the average coming in. And we're guessing 25 to 27 tonight, including FP, Julie, and yours truly. 1-2 to Suzuki. These guys hit like this, I'll pay on my way out.
You ain't paying for nothing. You never do. On your way out, on your way in, before dinner, after dinner.
And it was a lovely dinner tonight. 1-2. Suzuki to left center. Cody Ross is under it. Look good off the bat. And that's the first out here, bottom 6th. Gio should be received warmly. Good battle tonight. Davey's going to evidently leave him in for at least another frame. Gio's at 91 pitches, 57 strikes.
Well, now he gets to swing first time tonight.
Bunted successfully in the 3rd, unsuccessfully in the 4th. But that sacrifice bunt led to a big inning when the Nats put 5 on the scoreboard in the 3rd, highlighted by the LaRoche home run. Outside 1-1. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch track.
Pretty good fastball for the rookie, 94.
From the Atlanta area, Kell High School in Marietta. Over the years, the Braves drafted and signed a lot of kids out of their area. This was one of them. And after being traded to Arizona, he gets a strikeout against Gio Gonzalez as Sproul makes his 3rd big league appearance. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals Baseball Club and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals.
Check out the creepy cameraman lurking in the bushes. Where's he at?
It's a night of mystery and intrigue here at the ballpark. Here's Span. Hiding in the no longer blooming cherry blossoms, possibly?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I want to know.
On a breaking ball, Span way early for it.
Span still working every at bat to get that time and down, stay inside the baseball. Did a nice job his 2nd time up in the 3rd of getting his hands inside there. Base hit, ground ball up the middle. The scorer, Kurt Suzuki. See that little motion he does right there with his upper body, kind of starting his hands closer to the pitcher, then rocking him back as a delivery comes. Just a little rhythm part of his swing to try to get ready, get back, and be on time.
Batting about 130 points higher here at home. Came in at 326. He's 1 for 3 tonight.
See, he's starting his hands there. That's new.
Late with a swing. 1-2-3. Impressive 6th inning for Zeke Sproul. Bottom of the order ahead for the Diamondbacks.
3-run tater. Jason Worth 2 for 2, a double, a walk, an RBI, 2 runs, and Gio Gonzalez has been nice once again. The fastball curveball combination has been going well. He went to a changeup to strike out Paul Goldschmidt. But you look at this stuff, everything down the zone, ball jumping out of Gio's hand on a warm night, and got a little bit of a jam in the 6th. And then worked hard to get out of it with this fielder's choice 4-6 to end the bases loaded jam last inning.
So some good action to back up our Cox game summary. Top of the 7th coming up. And here's Gio against the number 8 hitter, A.J. Pollock, pinch hitter to follow. As the D-backs try to crawl back into this one. They had a shot last inning. Settled for 1 in an inning where they had 3 hits, one of them a double and a walk. That ball's rifled up the middle, and A.J. Pollock is 2 for 3.
2 for 3 with a line out to center. He's had some good swings off Gio tonight. And
Mercedes-Benz on the track.
I mean, he's done a nice job navigating through this lineup 3 times, but it seems to me after last inning, he might be a little bit gassed. Warm night here, temperature high, humidity high. And we noted how many times this year he's gone over 100 pitches.
Cliff Pennington is a 29-year-old switch hitter. That was Drew Storn, of course. Switch hitting infielder. Former Oakland Athletic. Came to the D-backs in a 3-team trade involving Oakland and Miami. And he will be the pinch hitter here for Zeke Spruill.
Good changeup right there.
Yeah, that was nice. Turned it over on the right-hander. Pennington as a pinch hitter this year, 2 for 9 with an RBI. Diamondbacks bullpen, Will Harris. Heath Bell, their closer. We had some bullpen issues lately with J.J. Putz injured. Swing and a miss and a good tailing pitch there.
Pitch number 96, 94. Still got some hop on the heater. 60 strikes, 36 balls. There you go.
And a 1-2 delivery, short lead by the runner. Breaking ball, bounce to Rendon. Remember the play last week when he turned and fired to second and couldn't quite make the play? He decided to take the shore out this time. Let's go inside the numbers with Jeep and Gio. ERA leader since the 1st of May. 2.21, came into this game at 3.34 overall. And here comes Davey to get him after 6 1/3.
And Skipper seeing what we're seeing, and Gio Gonzalez should get a standing O right here, right now.
He's been great. Rewarded with run support tonight. Miley, 4 and 6. He's been hit around lately, 21 runs in his last 34 innings. Can't say that about Jordan Zimmerman. Shut out the Rockies through 8 with 9 strikeouts Thursday. He's 10 and 3 with a 2.26 ERA. So if the Nats can take care of business tonight, Jordan puts them in a position to win the series tomorrow. Johnny and Ray at the ballpark. Nats Extra, 6:30 tomorrow night. FP and I from the booth at 7. Jordan at 7:05 with that first fastball of the night. So Gio 6 and a third, 9 hits, scattered them. Could be responsible for up to 2 runs, a walk, 4 strikeouts, 97 pitches.
33rd appearance for Drew Storm, 30 strikeouts and just 8 walks. See, righty's hitting 254 all of a sudden against Storm. So fastball, slider, changeup, then throwing the changeup a lot, and it's been good.
Willie Bloomquist against Drew Storm, 0 for 1 career. First pitch, 95 upstairs. Not to be forgotten tonight, the Diamondbacks bench as they try to make the comeback. A man short, Eric Hinsky serving his 1-game suspension tonight. And Storen misses on the first 2, both fastballs. Well, good crowd tonight. But a word of caution, don't ever hire Santangelo or Carpenter to appraise your home. 30,827 tonight, or 287, pardon me. And that's about 4,000 or 5,000 more than I thought, and about 3 more than you thought.
So I win. 1-0 me. I was closer. Didn't overbid. Winner.
You get the fabulous prize package. 2 balls, 1 strike. Out to short behind the runner. Desmond will play it. Second out. A.J. Pollock to third base.
True story in Montreal when we were having those slim times. We would play count the attendance on the bench when we were bored, and we would sit in the dugout and go from the third baseline all the way around and count people in the stands.
That is so sad.
Kill about 2 or 3 innings though on the bench. People get up, get a hot dog, you have to start over again.
That sounds like a Stephen Wright joke.
I'm serious, we used to do it. It's not a joke.
Here's Aaron Hill, 2 for 3 with a base hit, a double, a run scored. And that's a good breaking ball by Drew Storm with that slider. Mercedes-Benz will check out the bender.
Yeah, late break, outer half, perfectly placed for strike 1.
Another one backed up a bit, stayed up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. In Kansas City, the Royals still lead the Braves 1-0. They're in the top of the 4th now, running an hour behind us. Third base, A.J. Pollock, who's had a 2 for 3 night. That ball all the way back to the backstop, and there's so little room back there. It ricocheted back, and Pollock had no chance to score.
That's a good decision by A.J. Pollock. That's good base running right there. Down by 5 runs. You have to be absolutely 100% sure you're going to score on a wild pitch. Saw the ricochet. Put the brakes on. A lot of guys just put their head down and go right there once they see it get by the catcher. That's smart heads up base running.
Two balls, 1 strike. Bouncer to third, foul. I guess you can't fault some of these bullpen guys for being pretty strong. Drew Storm hasn't pitched since Friday. It's the last time Soriano pitched. Tyler Clippard hasn't pitched since Wednesday at Philadelphia. It's kind of an unusual series against the Rockies. You would expect to use your bullpen a lot. Tyler is jumping for joy at the prospect of pitching the 8th. Soriano relaxed, maybe pitching the 9th.
Why is that the opposite? One guy chilling, the other guy ready.
That is right over the head of Aaron Hill, and down he went. Drew trying to corral his arm here tonight after not pitching in about 4 days.
Well, nights like tonight, as humid as it is, the rosin bag comes in big. And sweat dripping down your arm. Lose the grip on the ball. There it is.
3-2 pitch. And a big one with Goldschmidt on deck. That ball lashed way foul.
How about Aaron Hill, first night off the DL, and that, folks, is a good uni.
He'll take the 2 hits and win with it and a run scored.
But that's the guy, that's how he plays. Dirtbag, getting dirty, playing hard out there every single time. Guy you'd love to have on your ball club, plays the game the right way.
And a big 3-2 pitch again. Story, great slider. Aaron Hill was not biting. 2 on, 2 out. I mean, that's a killer slider if anybody swings at it. And that ball ended up blowing away. And now, with their best power hitter coming up, the Diamondbacks are far from out of this game. Big matchup now. Drew Storen and Paul Goldschmidt. First time they will match up career.
Here goes that change up here sometime in this sequence. He's been throwing to right-handers too.
He buckles him with a breaking ball. Strike 1.
It's a good pitch.
Tried to paint the outside edge.
And 95 two-seamer, tried to bring it back. Looked like it caught the outside corner. Good frame by Suzuki, didn't get the call.
Got a good breaking ball going. This is as much snap as we've seen on Drew's slider in quite some time. He's throwing the ball better and better every time out. Trying to make it 13 out of 14 with no runs given up.
Great shot right there of the rosin bag, trying to get that sweat off his hand.
Gio's responsible for the runner at third. Drew it for the runner at first. And a 1-2 to Paul Goldschmidt. Runs the fastball in, base hit, and it's a 6-2 game. The ball was up, and Goldschmidt got to it. And that'll close the book on Gio, who will give up 2 runs. And now Miguel Montero. Gerardo Parra, guys becoming a little more dangerous at this stage of a game against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, 95, but like you said, Carp belt high, ran right onto his barrel. Goldschmidt, a 300 hitter, second hit tonight. This one for an RBI with 2 outs. Those are like gold, and Diamondbacks keeping the line moving here in the 7th.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done to nail this one down. Hot shot, Rendon, and he can't get it. They're going to send the runner coming around third. It's a 6-3 game. That's going to be an error all the way on Anthony Rendon, his 8th of the year. And the Diamondbacks are back in this game.
Oh, this is one that he would have been better suited to the backhand. It's hit hard, didn't have time to get in front of the ball. That's a play with more experience. He'll go to his backhand side, make the play at first base, but he tried to get in front of a ball that was just hit too hard. He actually did get in front of it and had a tricky little hop there at the end. Ball kind of shot up on him, and like you said, it was squared up by Montero. Ball was hit hard.
Well, now the tying run is in the batter's box. Ian Kroll heating up in a hurry. Tyler Clippard. Drew Storen's only retired one of the four batters he's faced.
Diamondbacks have 21 comeback wins this year. They're tied for the Braves for the most in the National League. They have 18 wins in their last at-bat. That leads the majors. So Kirk Gibson's squad does not give up, and they're showing it here in the 7th.
One of the big keys in this inning, after Drew got the second out, he could not put away Aaron Hill with Paul Goldschmidt, their big RBI guy, on deck. Goldschmidt got the base hit. Montero reaches on the hard hit ball, booted by Rendon. And now it'll be Cody Ross and Drew Storen matching up for the second time ever. Ross 0 for 1 with a ground ball against him. Ross tonight 1 for 3 with a bloop single out to left center. Good contact guy. He makes contact, Cody Ross does, about 80-some% of the time. Storen again drops in that get-ahead breaking ball.
Well, he's a guy you got to keep the ball down on. Cody Ross, a good high fastball hitter. Can deal with it above the belt, even if it's 95.
It's Drew's fastball that he really hasn't been able to throw for a strike. That one well outside, counts even 1-1. That's a good fastball running back to the outer half.
And Cody Ross looking for something closer to him to pull. Drew Storen paints 93 on the black, starts it off the plate, runs it back. Little comeback sinker right here for strike 2 to Cody Ross.
Nissan on the pitch track.
I don't think he's throwing a changeup yet this inning.
You're right. Is that a good breaking ball? And that one stays up high. Second base, Paul Goldschmidt. Right behind him, Miguel Montero. Not great speed for the D-backs on the bases in a 2-out situation. Storen with a fastball. Ross late for it to stay alive.
The changeup's been so good. I'd love to ask him why he hasn't gone to it yet, but his stuff is good. 95, slider's been good. And he's been throwing that changeup so much lately. He's been his go-to pitch, even more so than the slider. Hasn't featured it yet. I don't know if it's the conditions, the grip.
Another one that just hangs upstairs. Now the runners will be on the move, 3-2. Martin Prado on deck.
Well, he is rubbing up the ball, trying to get a grip on that baseball. He's been fighting it the whole inning.
Three-two, runners moving with the pitch. Time granted to the hitter. Good sinking fastball. And that's it. Crowd was too busy watching the bat to react to the strikeout. Now the inning's over. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Hyundai's easy decision event. Visit your Washington area Hyundai dealers today. So Drew Storen, south of Chinatown, puts away Cody Ross with a nasty sinker. At Farmers, we believe in smarter coverage. Contact your local agent at 888-96-FARMERS. By your local BMW Center. And by Grown Ups 2 in theaters July 12th. Jefferson Memorial beautifully lit up on this evening. And the Capitol Dome in the distance. So we go bottom 70 Infinity Dewups for the Nats and what they're hitting this month. Anthony Rendon just lights out, nearly 370. 1 for 3 tonight. Jason Worth just under 300. Adam LaRoche about the same and producing lots of runs. The Nats will face right-hander Will Harris, who's on a hot streak for the D-backs. They called him up from Reno May 8th. He's had scoreless appearances 12 of his last 13 times.
Yeah, 3 pitches, fastball, changeup, curve. And fastball 92 miles an hour, 18th appearance, ERA at 2.40. Throws a lot of strikes, 19 strikeouts to just 3 walks.
Another pitcher from this bullpen the Nats haven't seen before, and that's outside to Rendon.
A little cut to his fastball, as you saw right there. And that's why lefties are hitting just 179.
1-1 to Rendon. Opposite field hit and a run scored in 3 trips. On the corner, low in the zone. Good job of laying off the off speed.
If you're wondering why a cutter is a tough pitch for a lefty from a right-hander, is it looks just like a fastball. It'll move late, just kind of slide off your barrel onto the label, and it's hard to pick up the rotation. So for those of you that don't know what a cut fastball is, it looks just like a straight heater and has a little bit of slide to it. It doesn't dive and dart. It just moves into a lefty and away from a righty late.
Rendon, another multi-hit game.
Shocking.
Unreal, this guy. So as a big league hitter, he's now 32 for 94 as we count down toward 100 at bats. And he's hitting 340. Amazing. Now you may need some more runs tonight.
Foot down early, big curveball, letting it travel, letting the ball get deep, no rush. And just how quick is that bat? Whenever he decides he's going to swing, hands into the strike zone so quick. I could watch this guy hit all day. There's a lot of things he does, Bob, that you can't teach. Some you can, but most of it is just natural. Just God-given, the way he puts the barrel on the baseball. Almost every single at-bat. Even if he pops up, it's barrel to the baseball.
Well, that was Rice over LSU in that matchup, and here's Jason Worth. On base 3 times tonight with a walk, 2 hits, an RBI and 2 runs, way outside 1-1. Nationals bullpen quiet. Would that indicate that Drew Storen would go out and start the 8th? He could get Clippard warmed up in a hurry, I'm sure, if the 8th inning would be his. Or maybe Ian Kroll for Gerardo Parra. See if the Nats can tack on a run or two and move this lead back out to 4 or 5 runs. Way outside, ball 3.
Would you say Rendon's hitting right now 340? Well, the good thing about that is he's hitting 340. The bad thing is a lot of kids in DC are going to have mullets.
I don't know, man. It was low 90s today. It may be a little steamy for that. Save it for the fall.
Go to some Little League games. Guess what you're going to see this summer? A mullet. I want to be like Anthony Rendon.
You're going to start seeing some number 6 jerseys popping up around this town, too.
Nats pop into first place. I'll get a mullet. How about that?
Oh, brother. Hey, there's another on-base appearance for Jason Worth. His 4th of the night. 2 on, nobody out for Adam LaRoche. And he's had a big night. Diamondbacks are getting a lefty ready as quick as they can as Tony Sipp throws in their bullpen.
Watch the torque in the upper half with the helicopter finish right there. Perfect balance. Tons of backs been created on that ball. Into the D-backs bullpen for home run number 11. 35 RBIs, average creeping up to 256. Remember when it was 156? 256, 1135 for LaRoche.
They dropped Tony Patterson from the bullpen today to bring up Aaron Hill off the DL. So Tony Sipp is their only lefty. They didn't have him ready for LaRoche. Maybe for Tracy. We'll see. But there could be damage done by then. (1-0) and a good eye by LaRoche. 2-0, and Will Harris is starting to dig himself into a deep hole here into the 7th inning, and his catcher and his second baseman know it.
Hey.
There's Charles Nagy, the Diamondbacks pitching coach, had some great years with the Indians. On those ball clubs with Jim Thome, Manny Ramirez, Omar Vizquel. Used to throw to Sandy Alomar. (2-0) to Adam LaRoche. He's ripping, and it's out of play to the left side. Veteran hitters know when they've got the count in their favor.
I hope all hitters know when they have the count in their favor. To be honest with you, if you're a hitter and you don't know the count's in your favor, you're in trouble.
But it's a matter of swinging at the right pitch in that 2-0.
Absolutely.
And he had a fastball he thought he could do something with. That's low and inside, ball 3. One pitch away from loading the bases for Ian Desmond. LaRoche, right field line, base hit. Here comes Rendon. Great arm from Parra, and he is out at the plate. Gerardo Parra with his 9th assist of the year. That ties him with Carlos Gonzalez for the league lead. Amazing how that guy throws.
And Davey Johnson wondering,
is there a problem rounding third? Maybe a little contact or something?
Yeah, I don't think he's arguing the call because of where he was pointing right there. Looked like something happened down the third baseline, but an aggressive play by Trenton Jewett. Up by 3 runs, nobody out. And Ian Desmond coming up. You see him waving him all the way. I think he's thinking the throws or the play's taking Parra away from home plate.
The pitcher crossing there. That's what Davey was talking about, huh?
He's talking about Harris right here running some traffic to Rendon. I don't think it really came into play right there, but
yeah, so each team's lost a runner at home plate tonight. Still 1 out, and Ian Desmond the hitter on a big time play by Gerardo Parra. You hardly ever see a runner thrown out on a ball that gets that deep in the air before it gets to the outfield.
Well, I think that's why Trenton Jewett sent him with nobody out. He saw Parra kind of going parallel to the play, maybe even away from the play. He just stood up and threw an absolute cannon. Great play by Parra right there. We've seen some great execution by outfielders in that first and arc span. Now Parra here in the 7th.
0-1 to Desmond, who's 0 for 2 with a sac fly. Look out. Screamer into the seats, and the count's 0-2. Well, looks like Tyler Clippard for the 8th. Diamondbacks will have 5, 6, 7. Actually 6, 7, 8 leading off with Martin Prado. Desmond takes one up and in. Pretty good 0-2 pitch to stand him up.
And you get back to that cutter on the outer half, but how about LaRoche with his third hit of the night, lost in the shuffle, that play at the plate.
Almost had a 4 RBI evening. And Desmond up the middle on a breaking ball, slow roller. He's got to beat it out, and he does to keep the inning alive. .64 on the fielder's choice. Celebrate July 4th, the holiday week at Fitzner Stadium down in Woodbridge with the Potomac Nationals. If you can't be here, July 1st through 7th features food, fireworks, and fun. A Strasburg growth chart, Dan Heron bobblehead, and kids eat free on Sunday. Go to PotomacNationals.com for ticket information. Diamondbacks deeper into their bullpen here.
Or you could just write Bryce Harper in the middle of that promo. It pretty much covers it, right?
He will be there.
If you missed it, 1 for 1 with a double tonight. Ran the base as well.
He'll be back here by then. So the Nats trying to pound out some more runs. Chad Tracy next. Scenario coming up in a moment as Tony Sipp will take over for the Diamondbacks here. They're only lefty in the bullpen. It'll be his 32nd appearance. Strikeout guy, 21 Ks in 22 innings.
And a fastball slider change, mostly fastball and slider. And wasn't this an easy move for Davey Johnson?
Yeah, let's see. What right-hander do I want? Coburnus, Marrero, Moore? No, I think I'll go with Ryan Zimmerman.
There you go.
Ryan's shoulder barking at him just a little bit, but basically a night off from the starting lineup tonight. But now that it's 6-3, Davey thinks this is important enough. Ryan Zimmerman, first appearance this year as a pinch hitter. Against Tony Sipp, he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Ryan does have a career pinch hit home run. It happened years ago in Philadelphia when he sliced one to right and wrapped it around the foul pole. First and third, 2 outs. Good base runners in Worth and Desmond. First pitch way upstairs. So 2 hits and a walk in this inning. Blair throw out at home. That's trying to get a 4-run lead here. Worth walked after the Rendon base hit. Desmond could have something in mind at first base. Although you don't want to get tossed out to end the inning or Maybe they pitch around Zimmerman. With that in mind, Tyler Moore just replaced Roger Bernardina in the on-deck circle.
Davey Johnson is such an offensive manager. He just goes for the jugular when he gets a chance.
He's got more chess pieces tonight than he's had in quite a while. Remember how the Nats played so short on the bench for a while with guys banged up?
But there's a theory in baseball amongst a lot of managers. Davey Johnson, obviously one of the better hitters to ever play second base and an offensive guy, but a lot of managers go with their best defense late with a lead. Davey the opposite. He tries to add on and go with his best offense with a lead.
Zimmerman taking a changeup on 3-0. Tony Sipp with Cleveland for the last 4 years.
I'll get in your head about what's coming. 3-1. Off speed, 3-0. Still got to sit on the fastball.
3-1. .92 with life.
Kind of a sneaky 92 when you look at the delivery. Not a lot of arm involved. Zimmerman just a hair tardy after the 3-0 changeup from Sipp. Might have been a 3-0 slider too. Had a little movement to it. Either way, it was off speed on a 3-0 count.
Desmond on the move. Zimmerman pops it up on the infield. Inning looked promising for a while, and on the mound, Martin Prado has to make that catch. On to the 8th inning. Long way to go in this 6-3 game. Battle. Head over to facebook.com/Massa Nationals to vote for your favorite Ryan Zimmerman Fan Challenge finalist video by June 30th. The entrant who earns the most votes during that period will earn the right to go head-to-head against Ryan in a game of their choice. Massa's Fan Challenge presented by Care First.
Play chicken, just drive 2 cars at each other and see who peels off last.
After the season, maybe?
Yeah. All-star break.
So Anthony Rendon moves over to third base. Steve Lombardozzi on a double switch will bat 9th and play 2nd. And batting 6th and pitching, Tyler Clippard hasn't thrown since Friday. He has been almost untouchable over his last 8 innings, 7 appearances.
Yeah, look at the opponent average, 171. Righty's hitting 149 against the fastball cutter curveball combo from Clippard.
Martin Prado, 1 for 2 career. Pardon me, 1 for 2 tonight with a walk, and we'll check his career numbers against Tyler Clippard. Look at that. Can any pitcher claim something like that against this guy? Hope it's not a jinx. Unbelievable domination. He has walked him once. And the count's 1-1. Prado, Parra, Pollock, top of the 8th.
Make a play. Nice.
Grown-ups 2 in theaters July 12th. Boys are back.
For some reason I miss Grown Ups 1.
Grow up and go see.
Yeah. Still haven't.
1 and 2 and a pitch upstairs fouled straight back. Braves got 3 in the 5th at Kansas City to lead the Royals 3-1. Facing Urban Santana tonight, who had stopped them to that point. Here in DC, Nats 6, Diamondbacks 3, top of the 8th inning. Hits are even at 10. And looking through the scorebook, each team has gone 1, 2, 3. Actually, the Nats have gone twice. The Diamondbacks just once in this game. So we've had base runners all night. Guys doing some serious matchmaking. That ball is hit well to left by Martin Prado. And he's not hitless against Tyler Clippard anymore. Number 6 for Prado. It's a 2-run game.
To a D-backs fan.
Tyler Clippard gives up his 3rd home run of the year. This one gets closer.
You see the pitch from Clippard, change up. 2-2 pitch right out over the plate. And Martin Prado knew what to do with it. Pulled his team within 2.
And Gerardo Parra sees a right-handed pitcher for the first time. He'll touch it to the right side. Adam LaRoche to Clippard. Good movement off the mound by Tyler to get that ball. And Parra is 0 for 4. He's now 0 for 5 career against Tyler Clippard, and A.J. Pollock will be the next hitter.
Well, we said this team wouldn't go away, and you had a feeling they wouldn't. You talked to the people that travel with the Diamondbacks, some of the players, they just have that feeling that they're never out of any baseball game.
It's first place ball club. On the road, they're 2 games over. At home, they're 5 over. Not an overwhelming record at all, but they've been able to win when they needed to. They're fighting off a couple of ball clubs. Colorado, San Diego, and the Giants. Even the Dodgers have won 3 in a row, but they're still 8 back of the D-backs.
Well, there's certain stats you look at, and it's come from behind wins, 1-run games, and that'll tell you a lot about the character of a ball club.
Clippard gets a pop-up to the right side for Adam LaRoche. So after the home run, 2 quick outs. And he will face left-handed hitting veteran Jason Kubel. Oh for 1, the career matchup between these two. Kubel as a pinch hitter this year. 3 for 9 with an RBI. This is one of the situations where they miss Eric Hinsky. Kubel, a .268 career hitter. 7 years with the Twins, 2nd year with the D-backs. He had .253 for them with 90 RBIs last year. Didn't start tonight with the left-hander Gio Gonzalez on the mound.
The guy hurt his left quadricep in spring training this year. Spent a lot of time on the disabled list. Didn't start feeling healthy with his legs until the past 2 or 3 weeks. June numbers are good. .327, 1 home run, 11 RBI. Been swinging it good lately for the D-backs.
Clippard, 76. He dropped a breaking ball down and into the left-handed batter there.
And his curveball's been as good as I've ever seen it this year. He's gaining confidence in it, a lot like Drew Storm with the changeup. It's been sharp and it's been late. Throwing a lot more than he did last year.
2 strike, 2 out pitch. Pulled to the right side. Nice changeup. Lombardozzi takes care of it, so Clippard bends with the homer but does not break.
Yeah, nice regroup right there by Clippard after the leadoff home run by Prado. Nice job.
Up with Bernardina, Suzuki, and Lombardozzi. 4 pitchers deep into the Arizona staff tonight as right-hander Brad Ziegler will take over. He's a sidewinder who's appeared in 40 games this year. Not a strikeout guy. Only 21 Ks in 35 innings, but the league's only hitting a .192 against him with a 2.04 ERA.
An absolute ground ball master, a guy that Kirk Gibson goes to when he needs a ground ball. Tonight brings him here in the 8th. 3-pitch guy, fastball, slider, change, 3/4 fastball. And look at the opponent's average, 192, and righties hitting just 183 against Ziegler.
14 fly ball outs last year when he appeared in 77 games. How about that?
They're saying he's got like 74 ground ball outs this year to just 9 fly ball outs.
And if you get a guy on first base, you might as well try to steal because he's a master of the GIDP. So Roger Bernardino 1 for 3 tonight, seeing Ziegler in person for the first time. He works off the full windup from that first base side of the pitching rubber, and that is a 1-hopper right to his leather. 1 out. MLB.TV celebrating 11 years, new low yearly prices. You can watch every out-of-market game live on over 350 supported mobile and connected devices. HD quality, MLB.TV Premium. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Base runners everywhere in this one. 21 hits, the Nats lead 6-4. Kurt Suzuki's had a walk, a run scored, and a base hit. Another former Oakland Athletic, Brad Ziegler, in his 3rd year with the D-backs. Dan Heron pitched for both of those ball clubs. They seem to do a lot of wheeling and dealing together. That is a great illustration right there of where the ground balls come from. Just busting it in on the right-hander. That thing's a two-hopper to third waiting to happen.
Well, as a hitter, you can get underneath that too. Obviously tough to elevate, but not impossible.
Steve Lombardozzi came in for defense, and he'll be batting here in a moment. Two-run lead at least going into the ninth inning for Rafael Soriano. Two with one out. Wow. And a little tapper. 2 outs. Steve Lombardozzi trying to get something started with Denard Span awaiting. Steve's been swinging the bat better. .321 over his last 8 games. And he will touch one to right field. Ball falling. Parra can't get there. And Lombardozzi will get to scoring position. So Steve Lombardozzi warming up with the bat. And that extra 90 feet could be huge here in the 8th inning.
Well, he got something up. Not impossible to elevate. And he got a 2-seam fastball about belt high from Ziegler. Caught it out in front. Up in the box. Maybe caught it before it sank. And a good effort by Parra. Lombardozzi advances to second. It's a big 2-out knock. See if Denard Span could do the same right here.
Denard Span right side. Short hopper handled by Goldschmidt. Thrown behind the pitcher. A run will score. And Span ends up at second base. A gift in the 8th inning for a 3-run lead.
Huge gift. I mean, the Nats looking to get the momentum back here in the 8th. Kind of lost it the last couple of innings. Arizona putting up 1 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. And they answer big time right here on the gift by Paul Goldschmidt. Maybe a little behind Ziegler.
Catchable.
Yeah, it was catchable for sure. The Nats will take the free run. Shouldn't say free. Lombardozzi hit a double.
Yeah.
But that was a gift.
Here's Anthony Rendon. And Rendon will jack one to right field. And that'll send Parra near the line to make the catch to end the inning. So the Nats pick up a really nice gift of a run. Soriano has a 3-run lead. Who will have the top of the order due up. More on that in a moment. Tune in tomorrow. Mid-Atlantic Sports Report, 5 to 6:30. Tom Davis, Dave Johnson, Mel Antonin, Phil Wood. All your Nats news and notes, and then go beyond the beltways for the biggest headlines around baseball. Mid-Atlantic Sports Report tomorrow, 5 to 6:30, and I'm sure they'll have plenty to say about Jordan Zimmermann back on the mound for the Nats tomorrow night, with Steven Strasburg to follow Thursday afternoon. So here's Soriano. 19 saves on the year. He'll face Bloomquist, Hill, and Goldschmidt in the Arizona ninth.
Fastball, slider, cutter from Soriano. When he's lights out, he's got pinpoint command, hits his spots. His 90 to 92 plays harder than that.
Willie Bloomquist has never had an AB against him. Aaron Hill has. Paul Goldschmidt has not. Nats trying to get back to the 500 mark here in game 76. Kansas City, by the way, has tied that game with the Braves. Royals hanging tough, 6th inning, 3-3. And Soriano's first one to Willie Bloomquist up and in. Bloomquist double to start the game. He's 1 for 4. .90 high in the zone, tailing in for a strike.
You know, watching Soriano over the last couple of outings, when it's a save opportunity, he gets down in there before right there and does that before his windup. If it's not a save opportunity, he just simply stands out there and throws the pitch. So when it's a save, he does that thing where he kind of ducks down and comes up. Not a save, just stands there and winds up. So tonight a save opportunity, and Soriano doing his thing. And you look at the NL leaders.
Well, Jason Grilli finally blew one the other day. I think he had 25 in a row before that happened. But Soriano trying to step into that 20 range. 42 with the Yankees last year. Up and in. His career high 45 with the Rays in 2010. Didn't miss by much. 91 up and in, barely.
Obviously becomes a huge pitch as you see Aaron Hill waiting on deck. You got to get one of the first two guys out, and then you're okay.
Yeah, Goldschmidt can't tie the game if you do that. And a ball lashed to left, but right there is Roger Bernardina.
Big.
And again, another case in this ballpark of where you play your left-hander way off the line to take away that gap. That's kind of a no doubles defense in its own. Johnny and Ray here at the ballpark. Nats Extra presented by PNC. 2 more outs to get before we send it out to those gentlemen in left field. Aaron Hill, good night in his return from the DL. Single, double, walk, 2 runs. First pitch strike. Then he goes with the slider. Ball hit well to left. Bernardina is there. 2 outs. I tell you, Aaron Hill for an easy swing. Got the sweet spot on that one. It barely stayed in.
A good play by the Shark, going back into the gap, finding the wall, feeling the warning track. Everybody doing the Shark approves of the play by Bernardina.
Trying to get back on the winning side on this homestand. The Nats are 2-2. Paul Goldschmidt 2 for 4 tonight with 2 singles, 1 for an RBI. As mentioned earlier, hasn't faced Soriano. Good fastball right to the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike.
This Soriano does such a nice job of reading swings, looking what the hitter's trying to do. If he sees a pull swing, he'll go to the other side of the plate. If he sees somebody trying to go the other way, he'll bust him in.
Breaking ball out of play.
A guy that's making constant adjustments throughout the course of a save opportunity as he's watching his opponent swing.
Good crowd tonight, 30,287. They have been entertained. It's been an offensive ball game, but some good defense and pitching as well. And a 1-2. Fastball up, and Goldschmidt's 3 for 5.
He can hit.
He came into this game with an on-base percentage of .384. He's well up over .390 with that. So here's Miguel Montero, who has faced Soriano before, but he's 0 for 1. What a good season Paul Goldschmidt's had.
He's having an MVP type first half. 3 hits tonight. The reason why he's hitting .300 using the whole field.
Montero 1 for 4 with an RBI single. Runner goes. That's ignored. Ball 2. Ball 3.
Oh, you don't want the tie and run to come to the plate in the form of Cody Ross. So Soriano going to have to find a way to get back into this at bat right here and make Montero swing it.
Three balls, 1 strike. Fastball up at 93.
And Montero taking a walk around right now. He just swung at ball 4.
A line drive to right. Jason Worth has to play it on a hop. And this is a 7-5 game. The Diamondbacks 2 more hits here in the 9th. Montero's 2nd RBI of the evening. And now it'll be dangerous Cody Ross.
Well, he went after him. He came back from 3-0 and threw a strike 3-2, but Montero all over it.
Ross a bloop hit in 4 trips tonight. Fastball rides high.
Never a dull moment with Rafael Soriano on the mound for a save, and I'm sure Davey Johnson would love a dull moment.
That one misses 2-0. So Kurt Suzuki out, Adam LaRoche over. Settle things down here, give him a breather.
Well, you can believe Cody Ross, if he gets a strike right here, is going to let it go. It's a guy that's never been cheated in a 2-0 count.
What does Soriano come with? Fastball, base hit. Good news is it's in the park. And now it gets down to Martin Prado with the tying run on base here in the ninth. So that's the first base hit by Cody Ross in 15 career at-bats against Rafael Soriano. Prado 0 for 17 against Tyler Clippard. Homered off him to lead off last inning. Prado 0 for 1 career against Soriano. And they used to be teammates in Atlanta. Prado 2 hits tonight, single, homer, and a walk. And that's a strike, high in the zone, 93.
I mean, the only guy that hasn't hit the ball hard this inning is Willie Bloomquist to lead it off. Aaron Hill with a bullet in the gap, Goldschmidt with a line drive, Montero and Ross to follow after that.
A little bit low, 1-1. Sure, that's not the swing Martin Prado was looking for. Now it's a 2-strike count on him.
Maybe he thought it was a 2-strike count because
yeah, that was an emergency hack.
He got caught in between right there. And some Natadude's hoping for an out.
One ball and 2 strikes. On a pitch up, Ian Desmond right there. So's Lombardozzi. Game over.
Last out, shirts out. Hanging on for the win. And the Nats offense showed up big time, especially in the form of that guy right there.
The Nationals give up 14 hits and win the game 7-5. A winning homestand for the moment at 3-2. Back with more in a moment.